since I've been hearing these predictions for match week 2, it's really made me think about how excited I am just for the Premier League to be back, for proper football to be back. But more importantly, I think the title race this season is going to be absolutely crazy. I mean, now with Arsenal making that signing of Eze, surely that puts them as favorites. I mean, defensively, you can definitely argue they're the best team in the league, and now to have a difference maker like that, Eze, who can make something happen out of nowhere, we'll have to see. But all I know is the Premier League this season is going to be incredibly competitive. Some people are saying Chelsea are in the title race. I don't think they're quite there like we are, City and Arsenal. Let me know how you're kind of thinking the odds ahead of the season starting, but I cannot wait for this season because already as I look at the different places, I think it's so unpredictable. Even when you look at teams that could potentially get relegated, I think there's a real chance this season that actually two of the teams I specifically look at, Leeds and Sunderland, and I think they have a chance of staying up. How beautiful of a story would that be for the Premier League? For these clubs that are big clubs that I think should be in the Premier League, end up staying up. Like, I just think this is just setting up to be one of the best Premier League seasons we've seen in many, many years, and I cannot wait for it as we get set for match week 2, and just more drama to come, more drama, especially on Monday night at St. James Park. But guys, let me know what you think about current look at the title race, because even when you look, I was watching an interview recently of Pep Guardiola. He was on Men in Blazers. He looks so refreshed that it's worrying me a little bit, where he looks like he's had a proper break and that he's ready to go again. And you know, when you have a fresh Pep Guardiola with fresh ideas, it's a dangerous thing for the league. I hope it's not what I think, but he's obviously going to be a menace, and City definitely got stronger this season. You know, you look especially the fact Rodri is now back. They brought those difference makers on the attacking side of things. Like even Ryan Cherki, what a joy of a player he is to watch. Like I said, Arsenal added a bowler in Eze, but then obviously they signed a goal scorer in Gyökeres. There's just so many story plots to look out for. With Liverpool, it looks like with Hugo Ekitike, we signed an absolute star in the making. And then obviously we got Florian Wirtz, who is one of the best young talents in the world. But just as I think about every team, I go through every team, I'm like, whoa. Like, this is so exciting. And there, I do have to say, there's a few. Like, I look at West Ham, I think they could potentially go down this season. And Brentford, look, Wisa is forcing a move out now. They've obviously lost Thomas Frank. I think that's the biggest loss. But those two teams that have been in the league now for many, many years, I think there's a chance those two go down, actually. So some teams, I would be worried if I was fans of those teams. But otherwise, I just look at it, at everything as a whole, and I'm like, wow, it is looking so competitive. And it's just looking like again, when I look at predictions from this match day 2, and I see all the predictions, I'm like, it could go so many different ways. You know what I mean? I can't predict this. Just like I can't predict who's gonna win the title, and that's why I'm not gonna be a betting man. You know, but it's just like it's a joy to watch a league where before it starts, you really don't know what's gonna happen, because you know, unfortunately, there's other leagues where it feels like at the beginning of the season you kind of already know who's going to win it because of how much stronger one team is compared to the others, you know. And I just think we're blessed. We're blessed to be following this league and how it brings us all together every single weekend. But yeah, guys, I really, really can't wait. I really, really can't wait. And then either tomorrow or Sunday, I guess I'll do a build up for the Newcastle game. But that's obviously the one I think we have most of our eyes set on. But look, as you can see here, I was just on a hill. It's not nice out today, but the sun has just come out, and the moment the sun comes out, you just have to go for a walk and enjoy, because you don't know how long it's going to last here. But as you can see, I'm just at the top of a hill, and the ocean is on the other side over there. So that's where I go for the daily walk every single day, and it is just like absolute paradise. And if you guys ever get a chance to visit Iceland, I know some of the OGs are from Iceland too, but one of the most incredible things about here is when you stop, like when people are off work, there's so many ways where you can just kind of totally disconnect. And what I find to be the most amazing thing is you go on a walk, for example, along the ocean, and then after that you go to the pool. And the pools here in Iceland, they're public outdoor pools. So when you go into the pool, you can't bring your phone in. So when you're there, you just have to kind of disconnect from it all. And just having that habit of just once a day going someplace where you have to set your phone aside, I think is absolutely brilliant. And since I've been here, I've been going to the pool. Like my plan for the rest of the day now is going on this long walk and then the pool. It is an incredible kind of ritual rhythm of life to be in, because like I said, I think now we rarely kind of disconnect from our phones as to what's happening right now and notifications and all that stuff. So to be able to say at least once a day you set it aside, and it's mandatory, like I said, you really can't bring it into the pool. It's just like the most incredible habit. And I know if I lived here, I don't think I could live here though, because it is pretty isolated from the world, but if I could live here, my goodness, having those rituals, what that does for your mental health, it's such the biggest difference maker. But it shows maybe in our daily lives, even when we don't have an amazing pool like that, there's different ways of also setting boundaries with your phone and your notifications and all the rest. But yeah, guys, I feel like I say this in every video, but I hope you guys get the chance today to go on that walk, take some time away, and relax a little bit before all the drama unfolds in the Premier League this weekend, I mean, and especially Monday night. But anyways, guys, oh look, it's starting to rain. Of course it is. Of course it's starting to rain. But anyways, guys, have a beautiful, beautiful start to your weekend, and I will see you guys very, very soon. See you in the next one. Ciao, guys.